Hey there, we're just about to get started. Gotta get the setup going as usual. Hope to celebrate Thanksgiving. Had a good one. If not, well, hopefully the next one's better. Me, I was pretty quiet, pretty low key, which I enjoyed. Go, got that. Go. Let's pop out the chat, get it where I like it. Oh! Greetings! You did make it in time. Welcome. Always the charmer. Entering in with a belch. Go, got this down here. Yeah, I had a little bit of a late start today. Had to troubleshoot some things. Hello. I appreciate that. Alright. Almost fully set up. There we go. Perfect. As for how I'm doing, so-so. Not bad, not good. You know, just kind of okay. Alright, let's get started. Well, I haven't been sleeping well lately, so I've been trying to get a lot better rest. So I've been taking a lot of naps the past couple days. Thank you. Alright, we're gonna start with Chosen, because we have yet to beat a game, so... one thing that happened, between last time I streamed, I actually unlocked a new class. So we're gonna go ahead and look at all the available classes. So we got the Firebrand, the Echo, the Seer, the Breaker, and the Stalker. All of them play very differently, but I unlocked the Breaker by managing to get to the bottom of a bunker. Oh, definitely. I'll definitely be getting plenty of rest Friday. Alright, so let's go ahead and choose the Breaker, since I haven't played as them yet. And then we'll look at all the convoys that we've got available. We don't have a lot. We got the Outcasts, the Nomads, and the Explorers. So, which would you guys like to see me play as today? Do we want the Outcasts, the Nomads, or the Explorers? I could have unlocked the Swarm during one of my playthroughs, but I didn't have who I needed to save the Nano Swarm Survivor. I could have also gotten the Faithful, but I ended up dying and trying to free their holy sites, so I didn't get them either. I really want to get the Pioneers at some point. Explorer it is. I like the Explorers, they're fun. They come with extra Scholar, but they don't get any altruism points. Or not altruism, they don't get any believer points. Which makes certain things difficult. And who are we gonna be? Jax, Santana... Now it's out. Okay, we'll do that. This world is broken. Oop, I skipped through it. My bad. I had spoken to machines before, but none had been this powerful, this keen, yet it was dying. In blue light it painted a mandala into the dusty air, With this fractal symbol, it showed me glimpses of ancient knowledge from before the crash, etched in hard light. It told me how to find and open the crypt, this place of legend. Then the fallen star spoke to me. You help. Power, safety, and knowledge in the crypt. You lead them. As the machine died and its light slowly subsided, I could hear words of prayer and mantras all around me. Others must have seen the trail of fire and heard the star's whispers and followed it here too. Their eager faces told me that they had heard the machine speak to me. The prophet, they chanted. And so my followers had found me, and together we would find the crypt. Alright, let's take a look at our map. So it looks like, oh, the spaceport's going to be our first destination. Union Dam, Township has ferals, Mineral Hot Springs, farm, what's this? The remains of another convoy. This could be interesting. So we're gonna go to the north first, and then make our way back through here. Yeah. I think what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna move up, and then go there, go down, then back up this way. I think that'll give us a good chance to level up, as well as build our resources, if we're careful. A motley crew of bandits suddenly encircled our convoy, weapons drawn. Hello, Dr. Amavale! Yes, I'm definitely aiming for the vault. Have you managed to get there yourself? We've already had some luck today, so we'll let you go for some batteries. What do you say? Or do you prefer to die? Taunted their leader, raising a shiny new energy rifle in our direction. You could give me your energy rifle and then I could forget this ever happened and you walk away with your lives. How about that? I'm not paying them. Ah, that sucks. It's always rough, too. Alright, let's begin this battle. We got a raider, a keeper, and a dozer. I think this is short. Oh, but they attack first. I hate when that happens. Alright. I don't have enough energy for it. Yeah, acid plant. Hey, at least they gave me cover. I'm sorry, that's just a funny expression for someone who just got hit. Oh! Alright, let's put that there. So, I prefer a little bit more damage. Alright, get them. Here, we'll bolster this guy. They don't have to attack it, but if they do, they'll be taking 3 damage from it each time. Robust is a powerful ability if you can make good use of it. See, they just traded one of their units for mine. I always like Union Sapper. Ow, I forgot about that. Oh, that's mean. Okay. Put the machine guard up front. Their bearer ought to protect them. There we go, and they've got taunt and barrier, so enemies will have to attack them. And we won because they had nothing to draw. Not the best way to win, though, gotta admit. The dead bodies of our enemies littered the area. We came into a strange new landscape which oddly lacked any vegetation. The ground was uncomfortably hot and the air reeked of rotten eggs. 2 shabby-looking fellows with gas masks, weathered gray ponchos, and spears waited for us in the middle of the road. They warned us of the treacherous trail ahead and offered their services as guides. In my experience, it's always better to pay these guys. Their price was high, but we might have suffered terrible losses without their guidance. The road proved to be rather dangerous. One step to the side and we could have been swallowed by sinkholes or drowned in toxic mud. Our outriders reported a situation ahead, so we took a larger force to investigate. What we came across looked like a siege on a small farmhouse. Damn those cannibals in there. They ate our friends. We'll split anything we find if you help us take out those demons, spat their leader, a grim redhead with an improvised projectile thrower. Well, what do we do here? Do we join their fight? Do we turn on them? Or do we just kind of say nope and ignore their plight? Friggin' cannibals, I know, right? I've seen this event actually turn out very different ways, so... But do we trust the people who say they're cannibals? Are they really cannibals, or... Are we helping raiders attack a farm? Yeah. Personally... Oh, well, there we have it. Actual cannibal Shia LaBeouf is among them. Though, maybe having actual cannibal Shia LaBeouf in our group would be nice, too. Exactly. You know what? If we get a recruit out of this, I'm naming one of them Shia LaBeouf. I mean, just because of that. But that still doesn't make the full decision. Do we turn on them or do we join their fight? Or do we just kind of say, screw it, we're not interested, and walk away? Join the fight. Okay, the best way would be for that you start an unexpected assault with some of my guys, while the rest of us go around the back, ordered their leader. We spread out in attack formation and approached the hut. We gained some altruists. Or at least altruist points. Bandit Chief. It takes a certain skill and ruthlessness to keep a ragtag band of raiders working together. Alright, we got a defensive strike. Deals 3 damage to the target and then gives us 3 armor. Not bad. Inconvenient cover spawns an obstacle with 0-2 with cover. Not bad. Alright. Drone. Limp. Doesn't look very limp to me, but I'm just saying. Let's do this. Ow! Well, so much for having guys. That was some good armor. We'll put some cover there. We win! Rewards, we got some valuable metals and some bread. When we had killed the last of the defenders, we moved into the hut. The dead inside looked suspiciously like malnourished settlers rather than man-eaters. Your deeds will not be forgotten. Those vicious cannibals are dead now, the leader laughed. Here's something for your trouble. We gained 14 batteries, but we lost our altruist points we just gained. They used us. Oh, now that's one thing we could do, yeah. Feral camp, good rewards, but well defended. What seemed like a peaceful and quiet evening was interrupted by shots and gunfire coming from the direction of our first wagon. We grabbed our weapons and prepared to confront the attackers. Feral shaman. Healing and singing curses are the daily business of a shaman. Both are pretty useful on the battlefield. Alright, we got a raider, we got our scavenger savant, and a mendicant. Shot is always good, and challenge. Challenge could be useful, right? With the right character. I worry about putting this raider out, but wow, that didn't end well at all. Yeah, I know, I did a lot of damage. Ooh, machine pistol! Just 2 damage to the target. The cost of 1 energy. I could take that. Thank you. The dead bodies of our enemies littered the area. We lost some hope by getting rid of them from the deck, but... Oh, hello, I leveled up. Let's go middle. A unit can always be attacked by enemy units and always takes 2 extra damage. A unit can only have 1 of marked stealth or taunt. I don't like that. Convenient cover, though, could be useful. Machine pistol. Heck yeah, we're gonna equip that. Mineral Springs. Opportunity to heal and has an active market. The hot springs were simply serene. Their heavy mineral scent made our head heavy, but the water was comfortable, warm, and soothing. Multiple sets of animal tracks could be seen along the shore of the springs. Let us follow a set of tracks. I don't have a feral follower, so I can't do either of the other ones. Our group of hunters eventually caught up with the animals responsible for the tracks. An angry group of alpha predators. Do we leave them alone or do we fight? I have a middle name called Danger now! Beast Horde. Level 1 enemy. This horde of terrifying beasts is led by a vicious lizard. Alright. I think I can make this work. Climber. I've got the number advantage here, but they're going... No worries, no worries. Alright. Oh look, it's a Serrano glider! Sniper bird, sniper bird. Only one of you will get the reference. Alright, Ow. Okay. I could have taken it out there, but I want to give my characters a chance. See, my mendicant can use the cover to protect himself. It's okay, my armor took that hit. Because they've got a shield marked isn't that bad. There we go. They went from wounded to blessed. We got some meat and some bones. I took some damage, but, you know, we're okay. Dead bodies of our enemies littered the area. But we got some cool stuff to sell. Demo charge. When you destroy an obstacle, draw a leader card. Not bad. But do I want to spend money on it? And it can give me blast cover, but I'm not sure that it's really worth it. The food, oh, for 55 batteries? That's a lot of batteries, but it's a lot of food, too. Let's inspect the convoy real quick and use our edible oils. There we go. Got our faith back up. I've barely been hurt. There we go. My followers are fully healed, and now I am. All in all, this was a good stop. Let's look at my deck. What do I have in here? Oh, I can get rid of something too. Just for the sake of keeping the deck small, which I found is usually better, I try to get rid of duplicates when I can. Plus, there's actually a group of followers, a caravan you can unlock by dismantling enough cards, so worth a try. Let's go back. Alright. Everybody's healed up, let's go. To the Union Dam. Our path passed by a large dam that blocked the entire valley. It was heavily decorated with the flags and ornaments of the Union. A well-maintained road led up to the dam, but there was a checkpoint with a fierce-looking soldiers guarding it. We could attack, but I don't really think we should. And the bribe cost isn't that bad. So let's bribe. We give them a few batteries, hoping this would be enough for them to let us enter. "You should not pass, scum," a burly sergeant said, grinning at us. We stood there for a second, waiting to get our batteries back. Well, that was a decision they made. I don't know. Do we want to just let it go? Let them have our batteries and let them slink away with their lives, or do we want to fight for those batteries? I mean, it's the wastelands. It's not exactly easy surviving out here. Personally, I don't want to let that go. Normally, I'm a pretty generous person, but we paid you to let us through, and then you just mock us to our face? No, this is not how this works. Union Fist Foreman. The fist is the backbone of the Union's might. Its members are ready to give their life for its ideals. And like their mining tools, it's not subtle, but effective. I'll show them subtle and effective. Guard. Told you I'd show you subtle and effective. That armor won't save you. Was that a revenge ability they had? No, it's Fury. Oh, of course. That's okay. got some fruits and some minerals. After the last of these Union soldiers were defeated, we walked up to the road towards the dam. Some scouts must have spotted the fight and had alerted more of the Union's contingent. We heard alarm signals and saw a larger group of guards gathering next to the dam. There was no way we could face such a force, so we had to withdraw to the caravan and hurry away. Darn. Cover is always good, but I like Light Blast. Ooh, we got some extra health, an extra card to be removed, and an extra inventory slot. Always good, but we don't have anything to put into it yet. I feel like threat display, while it can be useful, I'm not a big fan of it. Honestly, these are all useful, but I'm gonna get rid of threat display. Well, that was a bust. Maybe this township will do better. Who do we have to recruit here? Warden of the engine? What's this? They're a machinist. Taunt and Fury. Spawn one drone with taunt for enemy. Every 2 units the enemy has more than you. Oh, that's useful. And being a rare unit, they can help with certain interactions. What about this revolutionary? They're just normal. Battlefield Healer will give us a Shiram follower. Rare. So I'll get these two. I don't want to get them yet. Flamethrower? A pre-crash tool. We're not sure what its original purpose was, but it makes a great weapon now. Oh, yeah. Yeah. Tempered hardness. Target follower gains -2/+2. I'm not as enthused about its effect, though. But infect can be useful to remove targets on the field, but for 13 batteries, I'd rather, pardon me, have something I can use. Alright. And then we're gonna backtrack, go down here a bit. We journeyed through green, grassy meadows that covered the land all the way to the horizon. Out of nowhere, a group of raiders sprang from their cover in the deep grass and started firing at us. Feral shaman. Healing and singing curses are the daily business of a shaman. Both are pretty useful on the battlefield. Alright. Not bad. We get our Union Sapper, which is always useful. Bolster and Communion Cover. Spark Shaman. Ow. I've got 5 armor. Not bad. Perhaps you should surrender. Ow. Well, we got one injury, but we got a lot of meat and valuable metals out of it. The dead bodies of our enemies littered the area. So far out of our 18 pilgrims, we've got 15 in good health, so this isn't bad. The wagon suddenly came to a halt as an outrider had given the danger ahead signal. There was a large herd of heavily armored wrenches blocking the road. They were completely ignoring us, since with their thick scales, there were almost no predators on Soma that could be a threat to these beasts. Do we wait for them to leave, costing us 2 days, 4 food, and 2 faith, or do we shoo them off? Personally, I'm all for waiting. We've got the resources to do it. There might be rewards if we shoo them off. Up to you, though. Yeah, the food is gonna be... No, the food's actually pretty decent. Our faith, our hope is a little bit lower. Not bad, though. We're actually doing pretty good for early on in the game. $32 batteries seems like a lot, but it's not. So does 18 people. Alright. Let's wait for them to leave. We have no choice but to wait this out. Confronting those giants might lead to unnecessary bloodshed if we gave them cause to feel threatened. Before we do that, we'll enter camp and inspect convoy. Yeah, we don't have any luxury goods, so hopefully we come across those soon. Not that we're low or anything, it's just, it's nice to have. The road was flanked by a wall of thick green undergrowth. We advised everyone to be cautious since this was an excellent spot for an ambush. Only a few moments later, a force of raiders sprang out of the bushes, attacking us with all their might. How prescient of us. Prescient? Prescient? I'm not sure how it's pronounced. Pharaoh's chieftain. The best chieftains combine a strong hand with innate knowledge of their people's skills and weaknesses. Ooh, we got an explorer who's a sniper, and we can give him convenient cover. We also have our scavenger savant. Alright, I'm okay with this. Ow! Well... Fetch. Spawn a piece of two-tooth brawl. Okay. My sniper! Alright. I'm sorry, just the expression he makes when he gets hit. go. Oh, edible oils. Good. And some veggies. The dead bodies of our enemies litter the area again. Normally, I wouldn't advise going back, but we've got the resources for it, and it's a good chance to find food. We've got a lot of food already, but going in and getting more will just help us during the lean times. Another long day on the road came to an end when the spotter pointed out a large shape off the path. It was a giant blood tree, its enormous branches stretching out far into the sky. There was enough space between its titanic red roots to set up our camp. We slept well that night, guarded by this ancient spirit. It was past midnight when the guards rang the alarm. A dog-sized and heavily armored animal with thick gray scales was roaming around the camp, apparently looking for food. It seemed totally unbothered by the guards' attempts to scare it away. Oh, let's feed it. Horn instructed us to give the animal, apparently called a Bikari, some food. Every other method would either not work or would bring bad luck. We gave it some of our rations, which seemed to satisfy the beast. After it had finished its meal, it looked off into the forest. Well, best of luck to you, gentle Bikari. Let's heal our followers. We've only got one that's injured now. Used all our luxury goods before, so... the remains of another convoy. Oh! We don't have enough ultras. The sun had barely risen above the horizon when a small group of people came stumbling down the path through the gray morning mist. There was a man and his various family members, dressed in rags and pulling their meager belongings in a handcart. We should wave them closer. We waved at the man, signaling him to come closer and join us. He gave us a frightened look and hurried his family members down the road away from us. We lost a little bit of hope, but we gained some altruism from it. Smoking ruins of a battle-ravaged convoy lay before us. Its previous owners scattered dead around it, but there was movement. A squad of armed men and women made their way through the wreckage, taking whatever valuables they could and murdering the few survivors still moving. Well, of course we're going to stop them. Union agent, level 1 elite. Secretive and shady, the agents of the Union are everywhere, controlling the battlefield and using it against you. We'll start off with the extra leader card when we do this battle, so hopefully it's a good one. Ooh, okay, I can accept this. Oh, what are you? You're a battery cache. Batteries! Jacker. That hurt a little bit. Oh, they moved the sniper. Okay. Got it. We got some bones. Ooh, we got some armor. A flash sleeve. Starting armor 2, and Butcher's Glee when the last enemy unit is destroyed. Regain 1 energy. Interesting. Or we could just dismantle it and gain energy, but I like the idea of having it as armor. Extra batteries, extra water. Oh, some health though, so... Oh! The scattered survivors joined our band. They too had once been on a journey to the crypt when their caravan was lost to the dangers of the road. With new hope and new commerce, they took what meager belongings their convoy held and followed us. We have a zealot, a rare, I think that's Dreaming Machine follower, a zealot. We got ourselves a blue devil and a feral pathfinder. The zealot could be useful if they're the first one put out on the field. What does the miner's gear give us? When a friendly follower is destroyed, gain +1 armor with 2 uses each battle. Not bad. And it gives you +1 armor. Alright, I can accept this. And I have 2 slots, so I can equip both. Not bad for a single battle. And we leveled up. Ooh, not bad. Well-aimed boulder. Okay. I like Gear Up because while it does increase the cost, it's free to activate. And it gives +2/+2 to whatever you put it on. Really, it's just adding up a 1 cost. We rarely ever get bolsters, so let's get rid of one of them. And this... Oh, we were just setting up camp when a small group of monks approached our perimeter with heavily burdened pack animals and an escort of armed guards. The ornamentation on their robes was fashioned after the patterns found in rusters and other intelligent machines. They were clearly followers of the machine. "Curious to meet you," said a smiling elderly machinist. "Can we sit with you? Maybe we have something to share or trade." "We have plenty of food. You can come join us." We gained 3 scholar and 2 altruists. We allowed them into the camp and shared our humble meal with them. In turn, the monks told us tales of the time before the crash. We heard wild stories of flying cars and vehicles as large as cities, and of the dark times that followed as they fell out of the sky. And we have arrived at Pavavasper. They have a market. Let's sell our stuff. Now we have 54 batteries, and we're really low on luxuries, but hey, you know, we could get this instrument here and get ourselves back up to 50. But 40 batteries is a lot to spend on that. What does the smoke bomb do? Not being seen is great when advancing or retreating, plus these things are great for parties. Return target friendly follower to your hand and reduce its cost by 1. I'm not seeing it, but this could be useful. Wow, 70 food. That's a lot of rice, but that's a lot of bats. I feel the instruments will be useful. Alright. Especially since we're about to go into a boss fight. Let's go. I'm defended by feral javelin. You're throwing a javelin at me at this early stage? It's fine, it's fine. We approached the city with the sun low on the horizon behind us when we stumbled into a group of hill tribe nomads. They had set up a small camp well hidden from the city, and we were in the middle of preparations. Warriors covering their skin and faces in soot, leashing their beasts and readying their weapons. Surprised faces looked at us, and then, commanded by a high-pitched yell from their leader, charged. Feral Javelin. The Javelin is a master of hit-and-run warfare whose warriors hit the battlefield like lightning. 3 uses left. When a follower joins your side, that unit gains charge, which means the moment they get on the field, they can attack. So he starts with, they start right away without summoning sickness and can hit hard. That's going to give him a lot of momentum. But I at least get to start with energy and a beast, so it's not like I'm not without my tools and tricks. Gear up's good, but no, we want to keep the dozer, the crash jacker, we want to... Hey, we gained some stuff. And he has starts with rage. Oh, because they didn't have anything. Either way, he's at least got cover. Well, that's mean. Yes, attack the cover that wasn't doing anything. That's mean. Okay, I'm not upset about that. And they no longer get their fury. Or their other effect, rather. Okay. I'm gonna move this one forward. Oh, that'll be useful. Yep, they attacked it instead. They have 7 cards in that deck, and they've got 3 cards in their leader deck. I got a lot of injured soldiers in this fight, and I don't like it. Got him! I lost 11 health in that and 9 injuries. That was not an easy fight. And we got a feral marauder. Rare, so we now have a rare feral. I think we already had one, but... Now you got some edible oils. The bodies of our enemies littered the area. We have made it. We had reached the spaceport. Haphazard clusters of containers, their paint long since worn off and replaced with new markings, surrounded the main hangars and the neighboring control towers. Loud cheering and cries from the many market bays filled the air. Here we could get anything: food, guns, and slaves. And now we're at 70 hope. Heal myself a few times and heal my followers a few more. Whoa. A legendary Shiram priest. At the start of your turn, heal fully. And they start with a shield. And they can't be targeted by enemy leader cards or powers? Whew. So I got a legendary Blue Devil. A legendary Shiram Priest. A rare I'm not sure what they are. Raj? Is he a Raj? Rare Bandit. Shiram Guru. A rare Shiram Priest. Taunt Fury. Destroy all constructs. Well, that's in line with their whole methodology. But I don't have a lot of batteries for this legendary dude. But... oh. Thought Disruptor, Pain Projector... aw, man! I can't get any of those. The target marker's fun, though. One of the best items in the game, I feel. A suite of tactical tools to analyze and prioritize targets and a stylish paperweight outside a battle. It gives you smart targeting. When a follower with cost through less joins your side, that follower gains sniper. Now that's cost. So if you've got a high power, low cost critter, you know, almost everything is 3 in this group, so... I mean, Explorer already has Sniper, and Devoted Guard isn't exactly a good choice for it. But we got a Battlefield Healer, we got a Devoted Guard, we got a... you know, all of these people are 3 or less. They could have Sniper. You know? And right now its cost is 3, so it'd affect him, but otherwise, no. But, you know, we put this lady out at the very beginning, give her a sniper rifle and say go to town. But the question is it worth our edible oils? Personally, I think yes. But we could also get this Shiram Priest. And we would need one if we encounter a certain... well, let me see something. Let me double check. So we were in feral territory. If we go here, we're going to encounter Rusters. If we go there, we encounter Shiram Monks, Scions of the Dreaming God. So they're the Dreaming God. They're the Raj, Bandits, Machinists. Oh, that makes it a tough decision. Because if we go through Ruster territory, there's chances we might... oh, Ruster Lifter. Yeah, if we go through here, we might encounter some stuff. So, the reason I'm considering all this, and I don't even have the batteries for it anyway, so we don't even need to worry about that. We just need to worry about the follower. So, the game has different unlock requirements for different characters. You know, different caravans and different followers, or different prophets that you can play as. Different classes, I guess, is the right word for it. And some of these are involved in random events. Like, you have to just complete a random event in order to do something, but you need to have the right kind of follower in your group in order for it to resolve the way you want it. In my case, we're dealing with a Shiram Priest. If we have a legendary, he has options in certain dialogue choices that allow you to do stuff. Now, the only reason I know this is I encountered one of the things, and the game actually will tell you. So here, we're going to go ahead. We're going to return a menu. It's automatically saved, so... now, if I do new game, I'm not actually going to go through it, but show all classes, you know. So the Banshee, defeat the Shiram Knight of the Flame or complete the game as the Echo. The tower. Recruit the tower fighting the Grim Ribbon, or complete the game as the Spider. The Spider you can get by leaving a follower behind at the Fallen Star's sibling, or complete the game as the Firebrand. So those are the three I haven't unlocked as far as the classes. Then we have the Convoys. The Swarm. Find and take care of the Nanoswarm Survivor, or complete the game with the Wanderers and 20 Scholar. I don't have the Wanderers. But you can get the Wanderers if you bring peace to the Crypt Core. You know? The Traders. Access the Merchant's area in the Spaceport, which we are in the Spaceport. Or complete the game with Explorers and 150 batteries. So, there's something we can unlock. The Faithful, a community of devout believers that have come together to follow the will of heaven. Meet the Fellowship of the Caretakers and free their holy sites, or complete the game with Traders and 20 Believer. Which again, you need to get to the Merchant's area in the Spaceport. Or complete it with Explorers and batteries. Pioneers! Assist the rebel self fighting against the oppressive Union in Pit 9, or complete the game with Swarm Authorial Prism. Which again, I haven't unlocked them yet. The Forgotten. Remove at least 12 leader cards in one game, or complete the game with Horde and 50 health. The Horde. Defeat the beast within the abandoned dam, or complete the game with Nomads and 100 food. That one sounds actually pretty easy. Nomads are really good about food. The Wanderers. Bring peace to the Crypt Core. The Raiders. Defeat the Bandit Warlord, or complete the game with Pioneers and as Slaver. I don't know how to do as Slaver. And I'm not sure I want to. But anyway, so right now we're playing the Explorers. So. But yeah, the group I was talking about was the, not the Faithful, the Swarm. We can unlock the Swarm by finding and taking care of the Nanoswarm Survivor. Now, I don't know if this is relevant, but the event where I encountered the Nanoswarm Survivor the last time was in Ruster territory, which makes sense considering the Rusters are machines that have gone amok. So the idea is if we go here, we have a chance of triggering that event, and I want to have a Shiramist priest to help them. They have a Ruster lifter. Swamp. And where we end up will be at Pit 9. Sigurant is defended by Scion Bloodhand. Oh! If we go to the Shira Monks next, there'll be a leper colony we can meet. Scion of the Dreaming God Holy Site. Interesting. Regardless, we are here. So I think we're gonna get this symbiote saint and recruit him. Alright, control center. Two sturdy concrete towers stood apart from the central hangars overlooking the mess. There were two entrances, one for the local fighting pits and the other for the far more exclusive area where the merchants had their dwellings. The latter was surrounded by barricades. The only access was a busy checkpoint where visitors were thoroughly searched and questioned. I don't think we have the money for the casino. We could try the merchant area. The guards turned us away. Without an invitation or an official clan sigil, we wouldn't be able to enter. We could visit the casino, but we don't have anything to place bets with. The pits were brimming with excited visitors. We heard the fierce barks from a multitude of gram dogs that were tearing each other apart. Food stalls offered grilled meat, pickled lizard tongue, and sweetened water. Nearby, the bookies were accepting bets on an upcoming fight. Exploration of the spaceport brought us to the containers, a gigantic mass of old, colorful shipping containers that was covered with cobwebs of chain bridges, supply and laundry lines. Prayer flags and incense indicated the presence of several hidden shrines and temples. Followers might be useful, but we don't have a lot of money. And we don't have any believer. We decided that this was an ideal place to share our mission with whomever might be willing to join us. A few of us went to the public square to speak to the locals. Because we have no believer, we can't preach of the machine god, but we can explain our journey. There's a lot of competition for attention in the square, especially from the sweetened water and smoked meat vendors. But we got a few of the locals interested in our message. These were some of the poorest of the spaceport's inhabitants. Obviously, they joined us because they had nothing to keep them here. We get a rare scion and a fanatic. We could go to the hard market. In one of the biggest hangar bays, tech, gear, fuel, and machinery were being traded in what was called the hard market. We walked through this labyrinth of stalls, marveling at the abundance of products on display. There were also mercenaries offering their services near the weaponry section. We could hire help, but that's 40 bats. We wandered around the weaponry section where everything from knives to large military vehicles was being sold. A small mercenary detachment approached us as we were being shown flamethrowers and grenades by an enthusiastic merchant. They offered their services for a modest price. Unfortunately, we don't have that price. Soft market. The soft market was a sprawling mess of stalls selling everything from seeds to slaves. It was located in one of the giant hangar bays of the spaceport that once had housed the massive orbital shuttles which connected the planet's surface with the orbital stations before the crash. We don't have money for shopping. I don't feel like... Well, maybe we could free slaves if we go here. Let's check this. Oh. We strolled through an alley of stalls with small stages where the slaves were on display. On one of those stages was a group of women in rags. They hung their heads, not returning the ugly looks that some of the passerbys gave them. Nope, can't free them. Darn. But we can look for work. We strolled around the alleys, telling the merchants that we were looking for work. An incredibly obese merchant offered us some food in exchange for some hard physical labor if we had enough manpower, which we don't even have. We barely have half that. So really, we didn't have the money for any of this. Honestly, I feel like Nerukan, the spaceport, is much better at of a location later in the game. Alright, let's hit the Pit 9. Either way, it will take us to Pit 9, but this will take us through the mountains. Let's see. Teacher's Shrine, the Banshee. Farm. Township that has rusters. Trade goods. We could do that. It's a more circuitous route, or circuitous, I'm not sure how it's pronounced. But we'll do that. So we're gonna go this way. actually, no. We're gonna do that in reverse, because here we have a teacher's shrine with an active market, but we don't have a lot of batteries. If we go there without batteries, it's just gonna end up being a waste of a trip. But if we go north, then go south, hit here, go straight. It's a winding route we take, but I think it'll be better for us in the long run if we do it. An operator came chasing towards us, holding her pants and followed by a swarm of drones. We could only come to the conclusion that she had managed to pee directly in the patrol path of the deadly local machines. Poor lady. Roster cluster, level 1 enemy. Even after the crash, this spirit is great at forming ad hoc swarms and making the diverse machines accomplish its inscrutable goals. Alright. Worker swarm. Let's do it. Armor's gonna be important. I got a sniper! Lots of snipers. At least it took out 2 enemies. Constantly drawing those cards is going to deplete their ranks pretty quick. Now I could have attacked them with that. One of our lethal mechanical adversaries exploded with a loud bang. The remaining swarm stopped for a brief moment, evaluating the situation. And then the rusters started to withdraw, massing in a defensive formation. We will let them flee. And see, now we have some batteries. Our enemies have faltered before our power. You underestimate the power of the explorers. Death. Death is in the air, we heard Sarah mumble, pointing towards a flock of carrion birds that were circling above a mass of destroyed tents. There may be still some people alive, said Ak, frowning at the scene, even if they are ferals. Let's get closer. Coming closer, we saw the heavily decayed corpses of humans scattered between the huts. Carrion birds were picking the bones clean. Among them were some gigantic sun vultures watching us with hungry eyes. Let us search the tents, or the huts. Whoever did this didn't just slay the villagers, but also pick the place clean, leaving only rotten corpses behind, and our hope. It was the cloying smell of death that brought us towards the site of a massacre. A caravan had been attacked by a terrible force, and the resulting chaos of living and dead was shredded and already rotting in the midday sun. It was obvious who did this. Rusters. They might still be nearby, so caution was advised. Let's investigate. Ooh! We had heard some curious noises from one of the vehicles and approached it with drawn weapons. Inside we found a metallic nest in which a multitude of metallic flies moved. It looked like they were assembling something from the vehicle's metal. Bright arcs of plasma light flared up as the tiny machines continued their work, seemingly undisturbed by our arrival. We have the scholars, let's do it. Disperse the tiny machines. Alright, I think this is it. I think this is the nanoswarm survivor. We felt safer now, but our investigations didn't deliver us any treasures. Then Zabip yelled urgently. They'd found a lone survivor trapped under a wagon. Gesturing at the unconscious survivor, they formed a mudra of protection with their hands. They are cursed by the machines! We will take the survivor in. Whenever we tried, the survivor wouldn't regain consciousness. We had to carry them to the convoy, much to the protest of some of our followers, who insisted that they were cursed by the machines and would bring doom on all of us. And we have gained a legendary feral, tribal striker. First strike, when this follower attacks and destroys the follower, spawn a beast. Alright, you accept. Move on. Alright. I'm excited. Because we actually have a priest now. Like I said before, when I had this event before, I needed a Shurim priest in order to save them. But I didn't have one in my group. Now I do. So I'm actually really excited to see what's going to happen next. A light drizzle started and coated the world with its fresh smell. Luckily the rain let up after a short while before the ground had fully turned into mud. To the fog. Marika called us to the wagon where the survivor of the Ruster attack was transported, still unconscious. They developed a fever and were immobile, covered in cold sweat. There was a debate about whether this could be an infection and therefore a risk to the community. We will diagnose the survivor. Walk took a look at the sick person, then addressed us. This is no known sickness. It's some kind of fever, and their body is in a lot of stress, but as for what has caused it, I have no idea. We will move on. No, I need food. We will sell what we have. We don't have a lot of food. Or money with which to buy more food, unfortunately. I have lots of faith, though, so, you know what? Let's sell our luxuries. Ah, but it wasn't enough for the food. Well, darn. Okay. Our convoy approached a fortified structure behind a rough barricade that consisted of rubble wire and wooden stakes. Smoke rose from a handful of buildings. The gate to the settlement was closed and guards were watching us from the towers. Let's investigate first. Let's be cautious. We had our scouts found out around the fort to avoid an ambush. We reported back that the settlement was well protected, but otherwise seemed normal. approach. We carefully inched our wagons closer to the fort, trying to maintain a peaceful impression. The heavily armed guards stepped up and asked us to state our identity and purpose. We can't tell them about our quest because we don't have enough believer, and we can't ask for shelter because we don't have enough altruists, so we will explain ourselves. After some commotion behind the scenes, we were allowed to enter the settlement. The commander wielding a plasma rifle greeted us. Judging for her posture and attitude, she seemed to be a trained soldier. We will trade some batteries for food. We spent some time talking to people and trading batteries for food. We needed that. Once again, we were called to the wagon that transported the survivor. Their fever had increased and the trembling had worsened overnight. The wheezing noises when they breathed were also scary to behold. A group of followers demanded that we threw them out. Otherwise, they said they would abandon the community themselves. I can't calm them. I don't have any believer. But I want to keep the survivor. I lost the warden of the engine. And for food. The group stood firm to their word, grabbed some supplies and left. It was their choice, and we couldn't stop them. Alright. Come on, food. We found food! A little off the road, we spotted a creek with clear water and bordered by lush fields filled with berries. We took as much as we could carry, so we got fruit and water. The survivor of the roaster attack had woken up, clearly recovered from their ordeal. They had a strange glimmer in their eye. Horn looked at them closely and muttered, "By the heavens, they have risen with the powers of an operator." We welcomed them into our ranks, clearly a gift to the community. So we lost the tribal striker, but we gained Conman. A legendary bandit! If you played a card that cost 3 or more, return this unit to your hand and reduce its cost by 1. Oh, and that's an insight. Okay. Convoy unlocked! The Swarm! Alrighty. Jeez, the price of food is expensive. That rice, dear lord, that's good, but the teacher. Learn from a teacher to add a new card from that class to your leader deck, or meditate to earn a focus point, which allows you to remove a card from your leader deck. Let's start learning. Ooh. Oh. Banshee can get stalemate, huh? Interesting. Alright, let's get stalemate. We really need more stuff, but... Alright, we got ourselves a new caravan we can use. A heavy metallic sound resonated. A bulkhead bolted shut, eyes widened with fear. From 100 different microphones and cameras, I could see the panic of a few as the crypt was locked, imprisoning them. I could feel the voices from the stars going quiet. So many stars, so many voices, before the lights faded. It wasn't long before the voices inside were silent, too. The vision faded, and I found myself looking into the curious eyes of my followers. Dipanwita spoke up first. What did the visions show you? We're going to talk about the sky. I shared the stories of the voices in the sky, of places far away, filled with life. I spoke of how the crypt was a holy place where we could talk to them. If we could reach our destination, we can unlock wonders and touch those places again. Who are these people? How can we possibly reach them? Why don't they stop to help us? They had many more questions for which I had no answers to give. We gained 3 believers points and 3 scholar points and lost 4 hope. Unfortunately, because we are the explorers, we cannot get believer points. Our hope and food is dwindling. Our operators reported hearing the sounds of an ardent skirmish ahead. We cautiously advanced until we came upon an encounter between a caravan of merchants and feral warriors. The merchants had a contingent of Blue Devil mercs on their side who defended the caravan ferociously, despite being vastly outnumbered by the tribesmen. I'm gonna help the caravan defend itself. They might have food! Riders are quick and well organized. Once they've got your scent, they're hard to shake. Alrighty. These cards. Rage. Well, that's mean. That's even meaner! I took 1 damage from that. We win! We took 1. I took minus health and we got an injury, but hey, we got meat and bones. Wait, the Blue Devil commander declared. We are in your debt. Please let our medic tend to your wounded. Hey, I got healed! As did some of my followers. As the sun slowly sank towards the horizon, a flock of dark feathered dragon crows filled the sky and followed us, cawing and wheeling. Blackbirds in the red sky. This is a dark omen, Jaeons muttered. Minus 4 hope. Even from afar, we could hear the unsettling noise of plasma weapons. Close to the road, a settlement was under attack by a small swarm of rusters. The humans had barricaded themselves in, but they had no chance against the high-energy beam weapons. There was no way for us to sneak past without drawing attention to ourselves. So we're gonna go on the offensive, because danger is my middle name! Ruster Enforcer, level 1 enemy. Built to pacify and disperse riots, this mine can use its different machines to stun and overrun their opponents. Not bad. Improvised drone, spawn drone. Come on, hit me! We win! Machine parts and batteries. I still lost a bit of health, but I'm okay with that. The last of the machine was obliterated. We explored the settlement. Wounded survivors with grim faces stared blankly at us, unsure what to expect. We'll ask them for help. We lowered weapons and signaled that it was safe out here. Cautiously, the settlers emerged from their cover. For our efforts, we received not only spare valuables, but also treatment of the wounds we got while defending the settlers. I gained 2 health! And 4 altruism. And plant fibers. Not bad. And I leveled up. Ooh. Unit mark column. That's not bad. And I gained a weapon slot, but I have no extra weapon to wield. Just off the road, we encountered 2 figures who sat in the dust. They held up empty bowls, their blank expressions and hollow cheeks indicating they were close to starvation. One of them was an old woman with tangled hair and cloudy eyes, the other a young girl that was almost naked except for a few rags. We have little, but we will offer what we have. We signaled them to climb onto one of the wagons. The old woman shooed the young girl toward us, but stayed behind, too weak to travel. She waved us goodbye while the girl just stared ahead in a catatonic state. We gained more altruist, and we gained a spark shaman. Good rewards, but well defended. Well, we need food. We heard a strange noise ring out nearby. In the second it took to take this in, when they were upon us, a swarm of ferocious machines ready to wipe out their former masters. Ruster Cluster, level 3 elite. Even after the crash, they're great at forming ad hoc swarms and making the diverse machines accomplish their inscrutable goals. Make it work. Piece of equipment! Nice. Between them, they've got 7. We did it! Oh, we got armor plating. Which isn't bad, but isn't great. Third eye amp. Oh! Amplify and detectopath senses. This amplifier increases mental activity. Expand your consciousness with the push of a button. Is that a weapon or is that an armor? That's an armor. But hey, we got batteries and lumber. The dead bodies of our enemies littered this area. This is the one that has defied death. We don't have enough food, but we got just enough hope to get there. Hunger took its toll. Driven by desperation, we tried to eat whatever we could get our hands on. We got some wounded. Scavenge in the area. We sent out a small group searching the area for anything edible. The gods were on our side as we managed to find a few roots and leaves that allow us to go on. Alright. And look at this! And this time, we've got the food. Alright. We got lots of food! And we got some luxury. We needed that. Moved through a sea of tall reeds, and we heard plasma rifles fired ahead of us. We came upon the end of a battle between large beasts and a lustrous swarm. The machine's energy weapons had just obliterated the last of the armored giants. Then they turned towards us. Alright, we'll make it work. Butcher's Glee, alright. We're gonna save challenge. Jagged shards is always useful. My robust worker swarm got some cool stuff. The death litter of this area. We came upon the wreck of a large modified transporter sitting right next to the road. The vehicle looked in good condition and wasn't gutted yet. Who'd leave a treasure like that just sitting next to the road? Now Talbot mumbled. I mean, I am thinking this is a trap. Investigate. But when we climbed out from our vehicles, we were fired upon. We dove for cover immediately and received a few scratches along the way. Bandit Marauder. Many of the bodies making up raider parties aren't malicious or criminal, just desperate. Heretic with taunt, Back you go! Well, that's mean. Spewing curses, the enemy attempted a strategic retreat. Let them flee. We gained vegetables and bones. Some food, but we are low on hope. The vehicle itself was empty, but there was a great deal of spare parts that we could harvest from the engines. Got plenty of money. Overnight, a few of our own had deserted us. Losing faith in the crypt, they had slipped away, trying to make it on their own. Oh, I lost the follower. At third, we found the corpses of at least a half-dozen travelers, apparently torn apart by beasts. We buried the remains, but also relieved them of their valuables, since they weren't in need of them anymore. I wouldn't call bones valuables. That place has a market. The light drizzle started and coated the world with its fresh smell. Luckily, the rain let up after a short while before the ground had fully turned to mud. Just before we took off in the early hours of the morning, two followers brought Taruna to me. They had caught the prisoner in the night picking through their belongings. We demand justice. We all make mistakes, especially in our youth. Taruna was ordered to never steal again and keep their nose out of other people's belongings. As their punishment, they were to work as a servant for the accusers for the next 2 weeks. Overnight, a few of our own had deserted us. Losing faith in the crypt, they slipped away, trying to make it. Oh man, I'm losing a lot. market. Ah, they don't have anything for Faith. They do have food. Recycler is good for batteries, but... I hate to backtrack, but... just about to hand out food to our followers when one of our guards raised the alarm. When the rest of the camp's perimeter, we found a group of scrawny figures that must have been attracted by the smell of cooking. Food, we beg you. Just a little bit of food, an individual said with a trembling voice. We'll recruit them. We had little to share, but it was our duty to help them. We invited them to our fire and shared what little we had. When we asked them to join our ranks, they eagerly accepted. What other choice did they have? Without us, they would be dead in a few days. So we gained some hope, but we lost some food. A burst of gunfire interrupted our peaceful journey. Bullets blazed past our heads, so we grabbed whatever was at hand to kill the enemy, rushing at them to return the favor. So many people are injured. Leper veteran. A survivor of many battles, the veteran leads and supports his troops with lightning-quick strikes. Starting hand, we got Ashwatthama, and Deepanwita, and Sandana. My entire force is doing really poorly right now, so we gotta make this quick. Follower there. Food! We gained food! Okay, good to know that that's how that works. Jeez, that's not very nice. How am I supposed to do damage if they keep infecting me? This could be it. I'm not gonna give up yet, but I'm worried. Got him! They died because they had no more cards to draw. The dead bodies of our enemies littered the area, as did our followers. Help me, people! I can level up. Let's do it. All followers without stealth or shielded suffer marked. Find some luxury here. The old thief is stolen again, the accuser shrieked as Taruno was dragged in front of me once more. The criminal was driven out of the convoy without water or food. Out here, that course of action meant almost certain death. It's like, come on, man, we told you. As we were in the middle of setting up camp, a well-armed and grim-looking group approached the perimeter. Their leader introduced himself, holding up a piece of paper with a sketch of a face. We're looking for a murderous criminal by the name of Wok, rumored to hide within your convoy. Deliver them to us, and you shall be rewarded. There's no one here by that name. They won't mind if you search your convoy. The bounty hunters went around, their men roughly grabbing people and comparing their faces to the sketch. Eventually, they found Wok, hitting them and dragging them out of the convoy. Well, he's dead. If you want them, we fight, I shouted, making the air crackle with electricity. I took a surprised step back, but then stepped forward, ready to fight. We're in bad shape. And it was such a strong playthrough, too. But it's okay. Keep on place cards. Well... The gods flutter behind. There we go. Defeated them and healed up one of our dudes. Bread and armored vest. Not bad. The bounty hunter Scott and Wok was deeply thankful, assuring us that this must have been some sort of misunderstanding. Oh, nice. Hey, they have an active market. Maybe they have hope. In here, we've got everything you need, the official said with a smirk after checking us at the gate. His fat hand pointed beyond the opening gate, gesturing to a central plaza filled with markets and goods. Let the convoy relax. 7 hope! Many of the followers mingled with the locals, spreading our precious batteries on entertainment. It was a welcome change from the exhausting and dreary travel. Oh good, they do. But I don't have enough for it! Darn it! I make a sacrifice for my people. Still low. Defended by Roster Lifter. Well, we're entering a boss fight with a lot of injured people. And a very injured prophet. A giant walking machine, a lifter, sat next to the road on its haunches. It looked to have recently wandered here, then powered down. We approached carefully to see if we could maybe scavenge or make our way around it when it powered up again with a stutter. It stood up, the corpse caught in the pilot's seat, dangling uselessly. Its massive, rusted head swiveled with a grating sound, focusing on us. With its broken, distorted voice, it proclaimed, "Energy source detected." A truck-sized, mind-assisted machine for anything from construction to warfare. Luckily, they need a pilot to function. Unfortunately, this one makes do with the corpse. Oh. Vitalizing system. At the start of your turn, if you have 15 or less health, you heal 10... What?! What?! At the start of your turn, if you have 15 or less health, you heal 10! And it starts at 17, so it just takes 2 damage, heals 10. Pardon me. We'll do what we can. Yeah, I gave it plus 10! The heck? That is BS! Oh, now it's putting on armor on top of that! Luckily, you can only do that a set number of times. I should have done that. though it seems pretty rough, I'm still gonna keep fighting. But I can't take many hits like that. Alright, it's not gonna heal anymore. Oh, that's mean. That's really mean. Still hanging in there. Even if I win, it's gonna be a Pyrrhic victory. But I'm not gonna win. Ah! Their prophet fallen in combat, we were at the mercy of our attackers. They wreaked havoc throughout the convoy, taking what they wanted, while the followers scattered to escape certain death. A few regrouped and decided to march on, but without the vision and power of the prophet, there was little hope. It wasn't too long before the stragglers perished, or abandoned the path. Game over. Alright, well that was a good run while it lasted. We visited 34 places, won 15 fights, destroyed 75 followers, and lost 14. But hey, we unlocked the swarm. So let's see what they can do. The swarm. A cluster of intelligent machines bent to your purpose. These drones are unpredictable but tough. Many have a barrier or are robustly built. So you get 2 razors, 2 cutters, a scanner, which has stealth, not bad. And when you put it in, you regain energy, so that's cool. Unit can't be attacked by enemy units. It can attack all enemy units regardless of position. Lasts until this unit takes damage from a unit or obstacle. Not bad. You get 2 worker swarms, so 2 with robust, 2 dozers, an overseer, and he boosts all drones, and this is a drone deck, so that's not bad. Sniper, can't move. Alright. Not bad. Keeper, taunt bearer, okay. Vindicator. Destroy a random enemy unit or obstacle. So it's enemy units, okay, I like that. And 3 lancers. Oh, but the moment you put it out, it fights something and suffers damage. But with 6 health and 6 damage, most enemies will perish on the first hit. Alright, so a handful of batteries. They start with 20 batteries. Oh. Healing requires batteries as opposed to food, but patient has at least 3 drones. Not bad. Oh, we have to dismantle equipment to get this ability. Charged healing. Heal 2 additional damage on your prophet when resting. Ruster followers played, so you have to play 100 Ruster followers with them. But I mean, these are all Rusters. They're all Rusters. Metal friends. Each combat, the first construct that joins your side gains +1/+1. But in order to get that, you have to destroy 350 followers. So not bad. I'm actually surprised at how well the Breaker felt when playing. I actually like the Firebrand a lot. It's the one you start with. And they just have a lot of abilities that attack people. Now granted, the Breaker had a lot of, you know, part of that was the gun that I started with. But honestly, I like a lot of the moves it gave them. The Stalker, the Seer, the Echo. Not bad at all these. So we got 3 left. Let's see. So we could unlock the Pioneers if we win as the Swarm and 30 Altruism. Anyway, I think it was a good run. That fight was BS, but it was what it was. So yeah, I had fun, hope you did too, and I think we're gonna call it there. Thanks for joining, and have yourselves a nice night, and I'll see you next time.